Here are some basic tips on how to play Daggerheart. First, when you're playing Daggerheart, you will want to have two D12s. One of them is going to be one color, the other is going to be a different color. One of them is going to count as your hope die, the other is going to count as your fear die. You're going to take those, you're going to roll them for anything that you're going to do, action rolls or attacking or reaction rolls or what have you. When you roll them, you are going to add them together, and then whichever one is higher is going to modify the roll. If your hope die is higher, that means that you rolled whatever you rolled with hope. If your fear die is higher, you rolled whatever you rolled with fear. So, if you were to have rolled an 11 and a 4, 11 being your hope die, 4 being your fear die, you would get a 15 with hope. Now, say that you are trying to beat a 14. That would mean that you succeed with hope. That is the best outcome that you can get. Kind of. I'll get into criticals in a second. Say we flip those results. You have an 11 on the fear die and a 4 on the hope die. That means that you get a 15 with fear, which is a success with fear. That is the second best outcome that you can get. That means that you get what you want, but there's a cost. Say that we got a 5 on the hope die and a 4 on the fear die. That would mean that you got a 9 with hope. Obviously, that's not anywhere near 14, so that means that you failed, but you failed with hope, which gives you the third outcome. That is, you don't get what you want, but it's not as bad as it could have been. And then, if we flip those results, 5 on the fear die, 4 on the hope die, that means that you get a 9 with fear. That's a failure with fear. That is the worst possible outcome. You don't get what you want, and there's a cost to that. However, there is a fifth outcome that you can get. If you roll any pairs, so 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, blah, 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 all the way down. If you roll any pairs, that is a critical success. That is, you get what you want and a little something extra as a treat. Anytime that you roll with hope, you gain a hope. Anytime that you roll with fear, the GM gains a fear. Now, with critical successes, you gain a hope and you get to clear stress. You'll also have modifiers that you add to the roll, so what you roll isn't exactly going to be what your result is. So once you roll, you add whatever you need to add, and then you tell the GM, hey, this is what I got, with hope or with fear. What happens? Then the GM says, hey, this is what happens. But that is the basics for Daggerheart. So if you want more videos like this, let me know in the comments. Give me a nice little follow.